Hello, and welcome to Xot Makes. Last time on Xot Makes, we did a basic boffer sword. Plain, simple, easy, quick, lots of fun. This week I pull out some stops, show you a few extras, and we make an advanced boffer sword.
Hello, and welcome to the second Xot Makes video. My friend Xot was very kind at the beginning of my channel and gave me the shop space that I needed to actually set up and start making videos. He would come out and often talk to me while I was working on my different projects, and one of the things he wanted to do was make a whole series of videos on how to make boffer weapons. A boffer weapon typically is a sword, and it's just a foam-covered piece of PVC with duct tape, and you'd use that for practice fighting or LARPing or maybe just running around the park and having a battle with your friends. He had a whole plan for maybe 10 videos or 12 videos going through different steps. We only got a chance to get 2 of them made because Xot passed away on November 1st of 2018. Well, the previous video was the first one, and for me, as the editor, it was very enjoyable to sit down and, oh, it's my friend, I get to hear him again, this is cool, I get to put this out, there's another one coming. Well, this is the other one. This is the final one. This is it. I don't have any more Xot hiding in a hard drive that I can bring out. I don't have any more really good chances to revisit my friend and make another video. So this is the final how to make a boffer video. And thank you for giving me a chance to share my friend Xot with you.
Let's build a boffer. In fact, let's build a better boffer. We're gonna do a great sword tonight. Or perhaps just a really good sword. So I got a, I don't know, what's this? Maybe 4 foot, give or take. It's got the flared end, which you sometimes see on PVC. All right, then we're going to neatly take off the seams on the caps. Showed you how to do that last time. Not gonna worry about it again. This is where it gets fun. So what we have here is a 4-way crossguard. They call it a cross or a 4-way, 3/4 inch PVC fitting. If you just put this on and then put on some little things for a crossguard and put your handle on, 80% of the time after 20, 40 uses, it'll crack right there. Trust me, it will, eventually. I have a brilliant solution. We're going to use Odin's favorite tool. You can see down in there, there's a little shoulder. Now what normally happens, the pipe slides up against that shoulder and that's where it stops. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove that shoulder so that the pipe will slide clean through, making it much more durable and letting you spend less time on repairs. Spending less time on repairs is a good thing. It means you have more time to beat your friends. Even though I'm using a Dremel now, you could just as easily use a rat tail file or a drill bit of the appropriate size. I believe it's about 1 inch. If you do use a drill bit, don't use a power drill. It'll grab and do icky things and hurt you. Probably. You know, I've warned you, so if you want to try it now, it's on you. I'm hoping that'll work now. There we go. Look at that. Let's give it a handle in the 12 to 18 inches range. A good 2-hander. That's right about 14 inches. That'll give me enough I can do that, be able to do that. I think it's about right. I'm gonna go ahead and mark where that's at. Just gonna take a little glue. So now, no, not just yet. We're going to cut ourselves 4 3-inch pieces of PVC. You could make these pretty much any length over about 2 inches, and you might want to switch this up just for your own personal taste. Let's see how close we got to making them even. Not at all. But we have 2 pairs. That's good enough. We're gonna take these 2 shorter ones. So we got that. Just to keep them straight if they get turned around. As I put these in, I want to make sure they line up properly. There we go. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, you said it was always important to put an end cap on the pommel. I'm going to do something else with the pommel tonight. We can't leave this edge. Someone will get hurt. I can feel it, and it's actually fairly sharp. Just to make sure that that edge can't hurt anybody, I'm going to take this file and just break that edge a little bit. And I'm doing a rounding motion. That'll go a long way. I'm going to do something else, though, since this is the advanced sword making. What I'm doing here is I'm just finding the center of balance. What I'm going to do, and we haven't got the pad on yet, I'm going to take a bolt. Because the bolt is bigger than the inside diameter of the pipe, it's impossible for it to launch itself out the other end, which could be hazardous. Very hazardous. Windows, cars, friends, people you don't like that you're actually playing with anyway. It'd be bad. So what I'm going to do, I got some 2-part epoxy, and we try to put approximately equal amounts. Stir stick courtesy of our local coffee shop. Get that mixed up pretty well. And we're just going to slather that on the inside here and put it right here on the edge of the bolt as much as possible. And this will get covered up anyway because you don't leave a bolt sticking out the end. And if you're already thinking about that, congratulations, you got the right mindset. Just gonna fillet this up. We're just gonna leave that be for a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's shifted the point of balance noticeably. So we're going to pad this up in a similar fashion to the basic boffer. If you want the details on that, go watch the last video. One of the other things I'm going to do with this particular one, since it definitely has a blade edge, I'm going to set this seam not on that edge. And then, so there's the end cap to about 3 fingers, give or take. Then again, not too tight, just below the end cap, just so that you're not using the entire length as a shock absorber on the thrusting tip. And again, just a reminder to keep it light, go easy on the duct tape. So the duct tape at this stage is largely cosmetic, but it will help protect the foam from wear and tear. I'm just going to reinforce this a little bit. That's not the prettiest boffer blade I've ever done, but it'll work. Nope. That might be a bit excessive, but it does what I want it to do there. We're gonna do some little courtesy bumpers. You don't want to even think about making these thrusting tips. That's just not cool. Anything coming off the body at a 45 or a 90 with a solid core should never be made into a thrusting tip. You don't want to hit anybody with that, but from incidental contact, that's good enough. I want to definitely put a courtesy bumper over top of this steel bolt, because that should never come in contact with anybody. Some systems won't allow a counterweight. I've added it just so we have something extra to do, something kind of special and advanced. Just be aware, your mileage may vary. The group you decide to throw in with may have their own rules, very likely. Now it's time to do the grip. I'm going to do a fairly simple one, but again, a little bit of an advanced technique. We got some hockey tape, 6 feet or so of it. Going to double that in half. And give it a spin. And this gives us a cord. You could alternately just use cord, but since you have the hockey tape already, and I'm just going to cross it and loop it back down loosely. This is giving me some variation in the handle. It'll be a little squishy and give me a good grip. It won't slip linearly when I go to use it with sweaty hands. So that's just stuck in place with the stickiness of the hockey tape itself. Now I'm just going to do a spiral wrap. You can add strips of foam. I've seen carved wood handles. You can pretty much do whatever you want under the handle. That's where your hands are going to go. So the risk of hitting somebody there by accident is pretty low in the home stretch. There we go. It looks a little funky, but I assure you on the battlefield, this is a good grip. The hockey tape stays a little sticky. It won't slip laterally out of your hand very easily. The last thing I like to do with my great swords, I like to put some magic runes on them. And these allow me to die in the shade. There's a lot of ways to make boffer weapons. I've shown you a few advanced techniques tonight. This is how Xot makes. Last time on Xot Makes, we did this. I also recommend don't hit anybody in the ouchie places. You can define for yourself what the ouchie places are. Hello, and welcome to Xot Makes. Bleh. It's your audience, they'll understand. That at least gives you stuff to pick from. Hey, I've had a lot of fun. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, I've had a lot of fun building boffers with you, this time and last time. Find out what's up with Odin over on his Patreon page. I like that.
Sure.
I don't know if it's as good as anything else, but I like that. I like the big expressive me. He keeps filming. It makes me nervous, like I'm supposed to do something else.
No, you done?
I think I'm done.
All right, I'll stop.